Welcome to the Warning Track Power Hour. I am Dr. Andrew Scaff. He is Dr. Michael Werman, Esquire. On today's show, we'll actually have a little bit of Chiefs news that we'll talk about later in our podcast for the day. But we'll start today with the Major League Baseball All-Star break. Mike, the All-Star game is happening right now as we're recording. Is this one of your preferred All-Star games of the different sports versions
Yeah, I
of
guess
their Midsummer Classic, I guess, or not all Midsummer, but whatever.
I guess of the four major sports, I guess I like the All-Star game, maybe the best of all four. Doesn't mean I'll watch it
Yeah.
that closely, but I tend to pay more attention to it than either the NBA All-Star game, NHL All-Star game, or the Pro Bowl. So I guess it's number one, kind of by default. It's the original. I guess it's the original All-Star game as well, so maybe that's why. But uh,
Yeah. For
and
America's pastime.
yeah, and I don't. Yeah, it's in the summer too. It's not just some weekend in February, which is what all three of the other ones are pretty much.
Right.
Um,
Or
so
after the season, like in football, where
yeah,
most
yeah,
everybody's like on vacation by the time
yeah,
the Pro Bowl
yeah.
rolls around, right?
hmm
Yeah.
That's also in February.
Right, it is.
Yeah, so it's yeah. I don't really. And even NHL and NBA are sometimes on the same weekend, even the same day. I think sometimes. Uh,
Yeah. And
but
they've gone to kind of gimmicky sort of like player selection
yeah,
methods or USA versus the world, stuff like that. Or and
Mhm.
but also have like skills competitions though. Sometimes those are kind of interesting. You like the
Yeah, I guess I pay attention somewhat to those, but I don't watch. I haven't. I don't know when the last time I watched a slam dunk contest or a 3-point contest was. It's been 20 years,
right.
probably. But you kind of, I guess I sort of sometimes take note of who the winner is, but I don't. I couldn't even tell you who the winner of any of the last 10, 15 slam dunk or 3-point contests has been in the NBA.
Yeah. Well, usually they're not like big time players. It's like some like specialist basically that as like a
Mhm.
fringe NBA player that's like that has really showy dunks though, right?
Yeah, but when I was a kid, I watched the slam dunk contest quite a bit, and I remember the winners and. Uh, I remember like Spud
Right.
Webb dunking and
Right.
Cedric Sabalos was blindfolded in one dunk. I remember. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, um,
Didn't like Blake Griffin jump over a car or
jumped
something
over a
one
car.
time?
Blake Griffin did. Yeah, yeah. Um, so there's that stuff. But yeah, I guess so. The home run derby is really the only skills competition for Major League Baseball. I think that's the most fun probably of those as well. So I think that's why maybe baseball has it all. I used to like the futures game was kind of cool. I
Oh
think
yeah, I forgot about the Futures game.
they should have I think they should have a like an old timers game as well. That would be part of it. Would be fun, I think.
Yeah. Well, there was sort of a softball thing too at one time. I
Yeah,
thought
celebrity softball, like
did they do
the
that
rock
this
and
year? I
jock.
didn't even pay
I don't know.
attention.
They used to do like the rock and jock softball type of thing with the rock and jock
Right.
basketball. I think maybe Big Slick has taken the celebrity softball uh thing over at least in Kansas City.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely has in Kansas City, but they don't do
Yeah.
that everywhere though, do
But
they?
they get but they get but they get a lot of celebrities from all over too to that one. So
Yeah.
I don't know if other cities really do the celebrity softball in the way that the Royals do. Maybe they do, but I haven't heard any news about it. But I guess
Wow.
living outside Kansas City, maybe you don't hear much about the Big Slick either. But
Yeah, probably not. Have you ever gone to one of the big slick
we went to one of
events?
them, maybe eight, I don't know, several years ago now.
Yeah, it would have been pre-pandemic, I guess, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I don't remember if Mahomes was in that one or not. I think maybe he was.
Hmm.
I can't remember. But yeah,
I don't remember. Yeah.
I think he was there.
Yeah.
So it might have been like
Yeah.
18 or something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I guess so. In short, yeah. Do you have a favorite All-Star game
The All-Star game itself, uh,
or events surrounding an All-Star game? Do you like the pageantry of the Major League Baseball All-Star game, or do you prefer the majesty of the Pro Bowl?
of the different All-Star games.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Major League Baseball game is by far the best of the All-Star breaks, though. Yeah, yeah, sort of some of like the NBA, like sort of um like skills competition things are good, but the game itself is usually terrible. Like no defense. It's like the score's like around 200 or something for the game. It's like nobody
yeah,
cares. They're not playing defense. It's in like the bowl, like in the Pro Bowl, like they don't really
yeah.
play the same type of game.
Well, now it's
At
a
least in baseball they
flag.
do.
Now it's flag football. In
Right.
baseball, they play the same. Yeah, it's the same. In hockey, is a little bit. Hockey, the All-Star game in hockey is a little bit more like close to a hockey game, or at least it used to be. Now it's, I think, those mini games. Um,
Yeah.
but now the All-Star game, it's the uh, American League down 6-0 right now.
Yeah.
Although the American League is threatening, two men on, nobody out, with Brett Rooker at the plate. The Royals, three of the Royals have gotten into the game already. Bobby Witt Jr., Maikel Garcia are both in the field. They haven't batted yet. Uh, Looks like Garcia might get an at bat this inning, maybe Witt, depending on how well the inning goes. But Chris Bubich had a terrible 1/3 of an inning where he allowed a 3-run home run to Pedro or Pete Alonso, not Pedro Alonso. Maybe he's a Pedro. I don't think he is. I think he's a Peter Alonso.
Oh, and former Royal Brent Rooker just hit a 3-run homer. So
Oh, from 6-3, three-run homer, Brent Rooker. Yeah, you were talking about him last time about the Royals, let him go, but yeah, he was not an original Royal. He was like the Royals were like the fourth organization he was part of, and but they didn't give him a shot. Really, it didn't seem like so.
exactly. So they,
Yeah,
they didn't they didn't really give him enough time to really to even evaluate him to decide and to figure out if he was worth keeping or not. They just sort of like had him play randomly, sort of as a pinch hitter mostly for a couple of
yeah,
weeks, and they're like, nope, and then they just let him go. They didn't even really try him out.
yeah, yeah. Well, the Royals.
And now he's making his second All-Star game appearance, hitting a home run in an All-Star game.
Yes,
Great. Great, Mike. Just great.
just great.
Everything is great.
Well, the Royals, the Royals players, Garcia is up right now,
I is it?
uh, working a 3-2 count against Rodriguez of the National League. And so basically, it's guaranteed that the two Royals are going to bat because there's nobody out, and Garcia is up right now, and then Witt is two hitters away. Uh, so the Royals theoretically Witt could tie it with a 3-run home run if Garcia and Byron Buxton both get on base. And Garcia did get on base; he walked,
Wow.
so that's good. Um,
So one good Royals moment then anyway.
yes,
At least
and
drawing a walk.
and
I'm confident.
now Chris Bubich does not have the highest ERA of the players in the All-Star game. His ERA of 81 is currently third worst because two of the National League players currently have infinite ERAs because they did not even get register one out as of yet in their last
Yes.
runs. So it's yeah, so it's possible that the least valuable player will not be Chris Bubich going forward.
That's really all we're looking for here, Mike, is to not have not be the worst, right?
Oops, I guess Buxton got out. So now Rodriguez has a mere 27 ERA. So unless he allows two more runs with no more outs, he will surpass Bubich.
Or 5 more runs with one out.
Yeah. Yeah. If he allows 6 runs in 2/3 of an inning, yes.
Yes.
But Witt is up. And looks like Garcia stole second, or uh, he's now on second. I think he stole second.
You're ahead of my feed, so
Okay.
I can't tell you quite yet. Yes, he did run, and the throw was wild, and so he moved up to third even.
Ooh, a third even. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, the throw was very wild. Yeah, so Garcia took third. Yeah. Um. So yeah, do you like that this is kind of an odd year for the baseball uniforms. Typically, they'd wear like an American League or National League jersey, but then wear their regular cap or something like that. This year, they looks like they're just wearing the regular uniforms.
That's what they used to wear
Yeah,
when we
or
were
they have
kids.
like an All-Star game patch or something on the
They
shoulder, but
would
that's about
wear,
it.
the away teams would wear the away uniforms, and the home team would, or the National League would, like, if it was I guess the American League would be the away team because it's in a National League stadium. So the American League
Yeah.
would wear their away uniforms. So you'd see the blue, George Brett blue jersey, things like that. Looks like the Wick got a run in, but he is out. So
So he scored his teammate, is what you're saying, right?
yeah, yeah.
That's the Royals.
Grounded out to second. Garcia scored 6-4 now. So it's at least a competitive game at this point. It was 6-0 at the beginning of this inning for the National League, but we'll see
Yeah.
what happens with the scoring on that. One thing that happens now during the All-Star break is the Major League Baseball draft, and that has happened. The 20 rounds of the draft happened, I think, on Sunday and Monday of this
Hmm.
past week. We are on Tuesday. We are filming this or recording this on Tuesday, July 15th in the evening, same as the All-Star game. So the Royals have selected 20 plus players. I think they had like 23 or 24 draft picks because of the compensation rounds and things like that. Um, their top draft pick, we could say the Royals took a gamble with, because they
Yes.
drafted
A gamble.
high school hitting prospect Sean Gamble from IMG Academy in Florida, but he's from Iowa originally. So, and then they took um, in the second round, they took another hitting high school hitter, Josh Hammond, out of Wesleyan Christian High School in North Carolina. Um, so two high school hitters as the top. So it seems like the Royals are not trying. They need. They think it seems like they're maybe picking offense at the top, but they're not trying to find sort of a quick replacement offense. They're building maybe from the bottom because it's going to take, most high school hitters a little while to reach the majors, unless they're Bobby Wood Jr. It takes a couple of years. But yeah, so what do you think of the Royals' approach, taking two high school hitters in the first 28 picks of the draft? I think they drafted 23rd and 28.
Yeah, I'm not surprised they took younger players. I think they'd drafted some college players more recently. But yeah, I thought they would go pitching heavy early, but they went pitching heavy, towards the middle of draft, I guess. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, so neither of us were correct in our guess. I think you expected the Royals to take a
college bat.
college
Yeah,
position player, and I was expecting a high school pitcher. And yeah, so we were both either half right or half wrong, however you
yeah.
want to go. Nobody was completely correct.
No.
Um,
And yeah, so we'll see.
yeah,
We'll see how it turns out. Yeah, it seems like they think that Sean Gamble, can be either an outfielder or an infielder, so maybe he has some positional flexibility, or that also kind of means maybe though that he's also maybe just a possible utility player too. If he doesn't have um, great, fielding instincts. Whereas the second guy they picked, Hammond, I saw compared to his hitting tool compared to Josh Donaldson, which means that he probably has quite a bit of power. Plays third base, or could play third base. So I think that seems to maybe have a little more upside maybe than Gamble. does. They're both high school guys though, so they probably are drafted more on potential anyway than they are as much on potential as they are on current ability. But
Yeah, and they didn't reach too far at either of their first two picks either. Were you surprised there? Do you think they were gonna pull out some relatively unknown player as one of their top picks or local
I,
guy? No local guys either.
well, Iowa I guess is close, but
Yeah,
yeah,
usually they don't care about Iowa.
there
They're usually
wasn't
looking for
a
like
there wasn't a Bubba uh, pick that they had to take.
right
That was
Starling, right?
Bubba
That was the
Starling.
yeah.
Yeah, they took in the first round when all the I think at five overall. Um, when he finally got to the majors after
And they
eight
didn't really give
going to
him that
minors.
much of a chance after he did finally make it to the majors, right?
Well, he had got up in 2019, and then they had the COVID year, so
Yeah,
he didn't really have a whole lot of um, chance, but he did
and they
play.
kind of soured on him pretty quickly though. Once he did finally make it, though, it was kind of
Yeah,
disappointing.
he just he never quite had it.
Yeah,
As a high school player, as a high school player, he was very good, but he turned down a football scholarship to Nebraska to play for the Royals, but then took drafted by the Royals in 2011 and didn't make the team until 2019. So he took 8 years to
yeah,
develop. So that's like twice as long as you probably want
yeah.
for first round draft pick, especially even if they're in high school. Um, you want them
But
to
you'd
be
think you'd think that picks like that would dissuade them from taking high school picks in the future, though, right? But it doesn't seem to.
Well, they did pick Zach Greinke as a high school pitcher.
Yeah,
That was the famous Moneyball draft where the Royals were
right.
mocked for taking high school pitcher Zach Greinke, who actually turned out to be the best pick in the whole draft. Uh,
Yeah, but he didn't have like an easy route though. I mean, he like quit baseball at one
yeah,
time during his rise, so
yeah.
it wasn't like an easy
No,
route.
but they correctly identified the talent though, and
That's true. But then they've also drafted a couple of uh future NFL quarterbacks also, so that's
yeah, I think John
talent, but
Elway
maybe not
and Dan Marino were both drafted by the Royals, uh,
right as high schoolers, right?
high schoolers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so the Royals have had a checkered draft history, we should say.
Uh,
Let's look at let's see the list of the Royals' first round draft picks. Um, so going back, Caglione, of course, last year, Blake Mitchell. Previously, we had a discussion of him as high school catcher. You did not like the Blake Mitchell draft pick. He's been injured a lot. He hasn't really done a whole lot. Uh,
he has made it back to high A now, Mike. He's back. He's playing games again. I think he homered a few days ago, even.
yeah, Gavin
So
Cross was 2022. I think he's in AAA or
I think I
Double A.
think he's recently advanced, maybe to triple A. I think he's still at double A though.
Double A. Frank Mazzucato, who's had been injured.
Yeah, I
Ace
think he's healthy
Lacy.
again, but I think he's still at double A.
Asa Lacy's been injured a lot. I don't even know
I
if
don't
he's
know
in.
that he's pitched at all this year.
Yeah. Bobby Witt Jr. in 2019 was the last really good pick. There were three draft 2018 first round picks. Uh, Brady Singer, Jackson Coher, and Daniel Lynch. Singer, none,
All all made it to the majors.
all made to the majors. None of them are on the Royals any longer, I don't believe.
Right. Yeah,
Uh,
because Kolar was traded for Kyle Wright.
mhm.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Nick Prado, 2017.
He's
Is he
still
still
he's
with
still
the
at triple
Royals?
A.
Or he's still AAA with the Royals? He's played
Yeah,
a
but not on the 40-man roster anymore though, so
no.
unlikely to be called up.
I remember the twin 2015 draft picks of Ash Russell and Nolan Watson. Neither one of them panned out. Uh, I'm not sure what happened.
Mm.
with either of them, but uh, looks like Watson is in Chinese professional baseball at this point in his career. Or Chase Vallett, Foster Griffin, 2014. Brandon Finnegan as well in 2014. Of course, he had a.
Below.
Is he Velo or Chase? I thought he was Vallett.
I
He's
think that's
Velo.
below. Yeah, he did
Okay.
make it to the majors briefly, but
Yeah.
not for long.
But Brandon Finnegan, of course, made it to the majors in 2014 in the same year that he was drafted as a relief pitcher and pitched very well in 2014. Then was traded for Johnny Cueto, I think, in 2015. Uh, and the Royals, of course, won the World Series with Cueto
Right.
as a centerpiece in the rotation down the stretch. So, but yeah, Sean Manaea, who had some success, but not for the Royals, 2013. Hunter Dozier. Uh,
He actually pitched against the Royals for the Mets just over the last week, in the last series before the All-Star break. Manea.
Manaea did, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Uh, then before that, we had 2012 Kyle Zimmer, who had a long injury plagued minor league career, played a little bit for the Royals.
Hmm.
Bubba Starling, 2011, of course. Christian Colon, 2010. I think that maybe that Gamble is a little more sort of like Cologne, maybe a utility type of player, but Cologne was a college player when he was drafted. Your favorite 2009 first round pick, Aaron Crow, with the cent sign because of course he dated Kesha at one point.
Right.
Uh, Mike Mike Montgomery and Eric Hosmer in 2008, Moustakas 2007, Hochevar in 2006, Alex Gordon 2005. So that 2005 2008, when they had Gordon, Hochevar, Moustakas, and Hosmer as first round picks, that always seems like their most successful little period uh,
Yeah.
there. So I guess they had Billy Butler in 2004 as well. So '04 through '08, that was a very good set of first round draft picks, I guess.
Yeah. I always thought it was odd though too. Like I think even with those picks that like the early Dayton Moore era, I think it was like Gerard Dyson ended up being having like the most career WAR of the players that he drafted. He was like the very
Yeah, because I
last
think I
round
think
pick at the
Dayton
time.
Moore didn't come until like 2009
Eight
or something,
and a
maybe.
half, maybe somewhere in there. Yeah.
Yeah, it was this was the previous regime that was.
Yeah. That was responsible for like the Moustakis.
But of course, they were picking
Yeah.
like one, two, and three for 4 years in a row, so it was easy to
Right.
get those right more. Although they still missed on a lot of them. Um,
Well, and like even like Gordon was he made it to the majors relatively quickly as the third baseman, but they ended up having to send him back down, and then he came back as an outfielder.
mhm.
So that was after he'd made it to the majors. So that I mean, most of those players didn't have like a meteoric rise and then like an outstanding career like as soon as they got there. I mean, it was still a challenge for a lot of those guys. So like Bobby Witt may be like the best like draft pick to career so far. I think that they've had. You think so from like their first round guys? Because he
Um,
hasn't he hasn't had like a bad season. Like he's been
yeah, he's been solid the whole time. Yeah, he's been their best. Yeah, yeah. In terms, especially
would like would you already say that Bobby Witt's maybe their best draft pick that they've ever had?
well,
At least in the
in the first
like
round,
the first round pick from like the in the last three GMs probably,
yeah,
right?
because George Brett was the second round draft pick, I believe, in the
Yeah.
uh '70s, early '70s. Um, yeah, George Brett was number 29 overall in 1971. The Royals took Roy Branch, number 5 overall, first. So George Brett and Mike Schmidt were the first two picks in the second round.
Yeah.
So that was
That's pretty
pretty
funny.
good. Or
Yeah.
two of the
Okay.
picks in the second round, 29 and 30 overall. So I guess there were only 24 first round draft picks. So, but
Yeah.
also drafted in 1971 was somebody who is on my shirt right now, Keith,
Yes.
Keith Hernandez,
There it is.
drafted in the 1971 draft by the St. Louis Cardinals, drafted 40 in the 42nd round, which they don't even have 42 rounds anymore. It's only 20 rounds, so you're not going to get it. So in today's baseball, maybe Keith Hernandez wouldn't have been picked at all. Of course, uh, World Series winner with the Mets, National League MVP with the Cardinals, Seinfeld friend, Elaine Bennis boyfriend, briefly.
Witness to the Magic Loogie incident.
Yes, and that's what my shirt commemorates the human saying, "Nice game, pretty boy."
Keith Hernandez asked you to help him move, though. Would you say yes?
Well, it depends on if he has a lot of uh, heavy furniture, a really thick coffee table, marble coffee table.
Right.
Uh, yeah, bed frames, mattresses, box springs.
Right.
Yeah, sure. My camera is not focusing as
We had
well.
another one of those very late round draft picks, though, was Mike Piazza was basically taken as like a personal favor to Tommy Lasorda,
Yeah,
Tommy
yeah, because he
Lasorda's
was
like
Tommy
friend,
Lasorda's.
right?
Yeah, he was Tommy Lasorda's like godson or something, and
Right.
from Norristown, PA.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had a discussion about Norristown, PA. I think many episodes ago. Now, when we talked about the draft, maybe it was 2 years ago when we talked about the draft.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, the Royals have had some interesting draft picks. But yeah, the also drafted in 1971 were one by the Royals and one by the uh, Twins, two future NFL quarterbacks, Steve Bartkowski, who played for the Falcons for many years, I believe, and then also Joe Theismann was drafted by the Twins before he played for the Washington Redskins for many years. So, um, but yeah, anyway, that's that draft. Well, I don't know why we're discussing a draft 54 years old at this point, just other than that George Brett was drafted by the Royals. That's a long time ago.
But basically the franchise for decades long
Hmm.
after he was not on the team anymore, right? So
Yeah. He's still, yeah, in some ways still is. I guess Witt probably is right now,
yeah.
but when
Or
most people
Sal, maybe, yeah.
think of a Royal, who they're going to think of George Brett.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the Royals haven't had great yeah, first round. Really, the only one since Witt, the Royals haven't had a successful first round pick since 2019. Really, it's still too early to say for most of them, but Caglianone's already in the major, so he looks like he might be, but he's not. He
Yeah.
hasn't been well at all. He's got a few home runs now, at least under his belt, but yeah, the last successful pick was Bobby Witt, and it looks like maybe. Yeah, it's hard to say what any of the 2020 through 2024 picks will end up doing, but
Part of that's just how long it takes for Major League Baseball players to
that's true. That's true
to
as well.
to cook basically in the minor league system, right? So it's
Mhm.
not it isn't a quick path. It's not like the NBA where you get like an immediate shot at a starting job. Same with
Yeah.
the NFL. Yeah, hockey's a little bit longer route. There are like minor league systems that you can work through
Hmm.
to get to the top league.
Yeah.
But yeah, baseball, it's I mean it's challenging, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, Asa Lacy, the 2020 first round pick, he's missed the last 3 seasons due to injury. He missed 2023 due to ongoing issues. 2024, he underwent Tommy John surgery, and now
Yeah.
2025, he was placed on the full season injured list as well without appearing in the game. So, um, hopefully Mr. Gamble is at least less of a gamble than uh, Asa Lacy has been. But
Yeah, not throwing a professional pitch since 2022. That's pretty rough.
yeah, um,
Yeah. Is he still like with the club or is he
I think he's still with the organization. Yeah,
yeah.
and then
Because
Frank.
I don't think I've heard anything about him for quite a while.
Yeah, and then of course they picked up Frank Mazzucato. Mazzucato, I was reading about him. He had, what do you think his earned run average Mazzucato was in high school his senior year?
Very I assume it's very low. One something?
Lower,
A half a run?
lower.
Wow.
0.16 ERA.
Jeez.
He went
That's
25.
crazy.
He went 25 and 0. Well, his team went 25 and 0 that year. Uh, he recorded at 55 and two-thirds innings pitched. He had a 0.16 ERA with 135 strikeouts in 55 and two-thirds innings in Connecticut.
Wow.
That's pretty good. So is that one, I guess probably one run in 55 and two-thirds
Must be, yeah.
innings? Yeah, he won the state championship game. He struck out 17, allowed one hit in that game.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's yeah, one run over the course of
his,
the
in
season.
his senior year of high school, his draft stock rose significantly after he threw four consecutive no-hitters.
Wow. I mean,
Yeah,
that really is, yeah, I mean, that's the closest thing to unhittable you're going to hear about, really, right? I mean,
yeah, yeah. Seventh overall pick, 2021. But yeah, he hasn't been so great in the, well, he
yeah,
hasn't
let's
played.
see. He started this year off really well, strong at high A, 1.24 ERA through seven starts, but yeah, then he's promoted to double A and his ERA is six runs higher, or it's
Yeah, he's still
7.34.
very young for his
Yeah. Yeah,
class.
he's only 22.
Yeah, so he could still make a difference. So going forward, so we'll see how he does. But yeah, another one of the great Italian names, along with Pasquantino, Mozzicato,
Yes.
Caglianone, Caglianone.
Gagliardini. Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
They have a little thing going right now, right? With the Italian.
yeah. It's Ryan Lefevre. He
Italian.
always enjoyed Vinny Pestano,
Right.
but he never played for the Royals. He only played against the Royals. Uh,
Right.
but yeah,
Mazzucato's a good name, though, too.
yeah.
And the Frank, too, though. So it's,
Hmm.
yeah, it sounds like it has a little bit of a potentially, right?
He has mob ties.
Mob connections. It's got to, right? Yeah.
Vinny, Frank, Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they could.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the Royals. They're 47 and 50 right now, the All-Star break, three games under 500. I think, what are they, four and a half, 5 games out of the wild card. Um,
And unfortunately had another starter go down with another injury,
yeah,
though.
Lorenzen with an oblique injury, and he had been pitching pretty well recently.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So he may be missing a couple of weeks, but one of them being the All-Star week, so that's sort of helpful,
mhm.
at least for, recovery time without missing a lot of games anyway.
Yes.
Uh, right now in the game was kind of a bit of a controversial selection, though, was Jacob Mizorowski added to the All-Star team due to injury for the National League. It only made five major league starts before being added to the major league roster. Do you think that's too soon to be an all-star, or was he impressive enough that you would have added him anyway?
It's too soon, but he was, I guess, impressive enough. But it was
Yeah.
just sort of yeah, I think it was a little soon. Also, in the All-Star game, just pitched a lot an inning and did a scoreless inning was Carlos Estevez for the Royals. So the Royals had four have had four All-Star selections this year, and all four have played in the game so far. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Um,
And
and so
one scored a run, one drove in the run, drove in the other one.
yes,
So well, it's turned better after Bubic's not so great
yeah,
appearance.
there was nowhere to go from but up after that.
All right.
Um, yeah, so the is 6-4 in the eighth inning. National League still ahead. Um, so the Royals, are I read somewhere that the Royals actually have the second easiest schedule in the second half of the season going forward. So maybe the Royals can make a run and get a playoff berth by the end of the season there. Um, right now they are 4.5 games out of the wild card.
But the second easiest schedule
But
coming
the
up
second easiest schedule, yes.
for the second half of the season, like
Yeah. And the
that's
Red
only
Sox, yeah. The
like
Red
70
Sox have
games left.
surged, yeah, the Red Sox have surged their way into the second wild card spot. They've won 10 in a row.
Mm.
So seems like the American League East has had a lot of, so they have, uh,
Well, does that mean that Boston has won the Rafael Devers saga
well,
then? Because
the
that's
Giants,
that would be shortly after he was traded that they've now gone on this 10-game win streak.
yeah. Well, the Giants are still, they're only 0.5 games out of the third wild card in the National League. But yeah, sure, why not? We can say the Red Sox have won.
They weren't in a playoff spot and now they are. So
Yes.
is that all you're gonna use to evaluate that trade? Just call it good right now.
Yeah, we don't need to evaluate anything further looking forward or behind or yeah,
No, it's done.
it's
Because
done.
there's still like 8 years on his contract, right?
Yeah, something
Or
like that. Yeah.
9 years on his contract, something like that, right?
Yeah, he's got a lot of time left. Yeah, the Royals, they still have problems scoring runs. They've scored the fewest runs in the American League, 4 runs fewer than the lowly White Sox have scored. They also scored the second fewest runs of any team in baseball. They're only up by 2 runs against the Pittsburgh Pirates, who scored 326 runs, and they swept the Pirates. But the Pirates have only the Pirates have scored fewer runs than the Royals this year. So the Royals
Uh,
have only allowed um, 356 runs, which is the second fewest also in all of baseball. So they've scored the second fewest, and they've allowed the second fewest in all of baseball. Um, so
well, so, I mean, that's not, terrible, I guess, right? So it's like it's showing that they have a chance at least anyway, right? So their offense can come around and their pitching can hold, then they have a decent chance of making a playoff run. But
yes.
if they continue like they are right now, they're unlikely to
Hmm.
make a playoff run.
Yes.
Yeah. I was going to ask you one thing about the draft though too. I think we talked a little bit about the unpredictability of the picks and that like the people that we mentioned as being like the potential the number one overall pick. Neither of them were actually taken. It was two other guys were taken in 1-2 before the two picks that we mentioned last time. Are you surprised that was it Jackson Holiday didn't
Ethan
go?
Holiday.
Ethan Holiday, right? Ethan Holiday.
Yeah, it was actually another Oklahoma play from Oklahoma high school, Eli Willits, who went number one overall. And Willits was only 17, so I think maybe that was the reason why they picked him because he was young for his age. So he has an extra year of eligibility, but or age under his belt. But yeah,
Mhm.
I think there wasn't a consensus number one, so it wasn't that unusual.
Yeah. Did you like that Ethan Holiday ended up being drafted by his father's team?
The Rockies, yeah, Matt Holliday played many years for Colorado. Yeah, so that's probably good. I'm sure people were happy that he slid down to number, was it 3 or 4 that he was picked?
For yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the other player that we mentioned that was mentioned last time was Cade Anderson
Katie
was the
Anderson
LSU lefty
Picked by the
pitcher.
Mariners. Yeah.
He ended up going number three to the Mariners. Yeah. So yeah, so like the rankings didn't really mean a whole lot apparently to the teams that were drafting. So it's not you know just the Royals that seem to reach. It is there are lots of teams that must find players that they like, and then at the ratings don't seem to have much bearing on their selections. Like I suppose is that how you take it then, or do you think it's just more random in baseball than it is
I think
in
it's just a
other
little more random.
sports?
That's probably more
Yeah.
idiosyncratic. I think who likes what, especially if you're picking on you're picking so much on potential rather than on actual playing ability. So it's hard.
Right.
I think it's hard to project. Um, but
Because a lot
yeah,
of these players are going to change in size a lot too. Like they may not be done
yeah.
growing, especially if you're picking high school players,
And this
right?
is one of
So
the things where if it's so unpredictable, you might as well just pick the safest consensus picks. Um, but that's what you just do a Baseball America draft best available. Um, I'm just looking at a few of the names uh, just for fun. In the first round, two players named Gavin were drafted back to back, 12 and 13. Is it the first time two Gavins will ever be taken in a row, do you think, in any sports draft?
I would assume so.
Yeah. The
That
Oregon.
doesn't. That, I don't think historically has been a particularly athletic name, though, has it?
Gavin, no. The Royals did take Gavin Cross a couple years ago, but
Yeah,
seems like yeah, the only
I think
Gavin,
I think it's a more
Gavin the
recent
Cloud,
thing.
yeah,
But
Gavin the Cloud is not the most. He play, of course, played Murray on the Mary Tyler Moore Show, and also the Captain Stewing on the Love Boat. But
yeah,
I think he's the most famous Gavin, uh, at least since the Middle Ages, Sir Gawain. Uh, but the Baltimore Orioles took a guy named Ike Irish.
nice.
The Padres took a guy named Cruz Schoolcraft. Cruz spelled Kruz instead of
Yeah.
maybe it's Cruz. I don't know, but
So the two MLB draft gurus both had the Royals taking Schoolcraft as their first pick, but they did not. He
mm,
was still available, but the Royals did
yeah,
not take him.
Schoolcraft.
I thought the Royals' final pick I thought had an interesting name though. Do like Camden Edge,
Hamden Edge.
Camden with a K actually too. Camden Edge.
Terrible names. Uh, uh, Not as tough sounding though um as one of the. Oops, I can't find him now. Oh, there he goes. It's the Cincinnati Reds pick Steele Hall,
Ooh,
at number 9. Steele with an E at the end of it. Steele Hall.
nice.
Uh,
You were kind of hoping that the Royals were going to pick one of the higher prospects that ended up going undrafted though, Jack Bauer, Mike. No, Jack Bauer was selected.
yeah, he would have been a great pick for the anti-terrorism squad the Royals
Yeah,
have developed. Uh,
right. As all major league clubs have associated with them.
yes, yes, indeed.
It's a requirement to have an anti-terrorism task force.
And one that doesn't abide by international rules of law.
Right, right. And can operate on U.S. soil if need be.
Yes,
Yeah.
Kiefer Sutherland. So, um, speaking of playoff hopes, the Royals still have playoff hopes, but the Chiefs are, I would say, if they don't make the playoffs, that would be a disastrous season for them. And to solidify their playoff hopes, they signed uh, guard Trey Smith to a record-breaking 4-year, $94 million contract, of which $70 million is guaranteed. Do you think the Royals or that the Chiefs were wise to spend all that cash on Trey Smith?
A little surprised that they spent that much money on anybody, let alone somebody that was already on the roster from a team that didn't have the best offensive line at the time. So, but I guess they needed to solidify it with somebody that they knew. And but yeah, it still seems like an incredible sum of money, though. Were you surprised by the number, or did you think that was
Um,
that's
I,
the
I
going
knew it
rate
was going to be
for the position?
high, or they'd have to franchise him.
Yeah.
So I saw on ESPN that the Chiefs last year they ranked the top 10 interior offensive linemen, and the Chiefs had three of them on there. Tooney, Creed Humphrey was number one overall, and Trey Smith. Um, and of course, they traded Tooney to the Bears in the offseason.
Mm.
Kingsley Suamataia is probably the inside track to be the left guard, and they got two new tackles. Um, Simmons and who was the other? Jalen Moore? Is it Moore? Was that his name?
I think
Uh,
that's right.
fighting for the left tackle spot. First round draft pick and a free agent. Maybe one of them also will take over the right tackle when Jawan Taylor leaves next year. So, the Chiefs had a great interior offensive line, but maybe not the best tackles last year. So now they're trying to shore those up. But yeah, the line was a little bit iffy. Um, but we'll see how it turns out. I think the Chiefs are hopefully on a revenge tour following the Super Bowl loss, and hopefully they at least open up the offense a little bit and allow Mahomes to, throw the ball down the field more. Uh, I think that was something sorely lacking last year, at least until maybe towards the end of the season. So, but yeah, but now we have another year of Xavier Worthy, another year of Rashee Rice, maybe, depending on what his injury status is and what his suspension status is. If they ever go, that's been a long sort of uh, saga with his car accident that he had in Dallas
Right.
over a year ago. Um, we also have the return of Juju Smith-Schuster. Hollywood Brown is coming back. So it's the Chiefs receiving core has been maybe better than it was last year.
Is Hollywood
Maybe,
Brown coming back?
yeah, Hollywood Brown was re-signed. Yeah,
Okay, I couldn't remember. Somebody
yeah.
left though, didn't somebody leave?
Hardman is gone, uh,
Yeah.
as is DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, I was yeah, Hopkins. That's it. That's yes, that's right. That's who I was thinking of.
Yeah,
Yeah, D Hop. Yeah.
and but yeah, so we haven't talked much about the Chiefs. The training camp is going to start soon.
Another
Uh,
week, I think. Yeah.
yeah, we'll
When
talk
they
more about
report.
as we go forward. We'll talk about the camps. We'll also have we need to have our before the NFL season starts our quarterback extravaganza. Our isn't it usually a 4 week long quarterback evaluation extravaganza where we have
Yeah.
every quarterback on every roster thoroughly analyzed and discussed,
Yes.
in some cases mocked for even being on anywhere near a roster, let alone uh, in a prime backup position.
Yes. We always find like something great, like one of the best prospects from Western Tennessee
In the last few years.
in the last few years. Yes.
And he's on.
Hopefully we find more of those. Just
Yes.
those great lines anyway. So it's you never
Yes.
know. You never know. You never. It's odd to see like who makes an NFL roster. Sometimes it's a little surprising.
Yeah,
You never
we'll
know.
see. Yeah, the Chiefs, of course, also have a new quarterback room with Gardner Minshew leading as the backup now. So maybe the probably somebody who could win games probably as a starter for the Chiefs if God forbid Mahomes went down. So
Right. And he's
um,
had some real like heroic type games in relief and as a
yeah.
starter.
And also some big games against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Throwing for lots of yards against the Chiefs. But even in his early days with Jacksonville, he threw. He played really well against Kansas City. So yeah, I'd like to see Minshew mania take hold as the backup, and maybe the Chiefs will run out to a lot of big leads, and maybe Minshew can play some snaps in the ends of games to give Mahomes a little bit of a rest if the Chiefs are. Again, this would require the Chiefs to not follow the Andy Reid gentlemanly home stretch. Uh,
Hard.
arg. as we call them. Yeah, but we'll see.
Right.
Maybe the Chiefs will, score or find a score enough points to win games comfortably, and maybe employ some of their backups and allow some of their starters to rest. This is maybe Travis Kelce's last year. Maybe give him a little bit more downtime. Although I think last year also one of the reasons Kelsey played so much and didn't have as much productivity was because a lot of the backup tight ends were kept getting injured. I think they're 3, 4, 5. All of those tight ends were injured most of the year. So it was really only Noah Gray and Travis Kelsey that were constants in the lineup. So um, we'll see how that goes. So we have Chiefs previews coming up, NFL previews coming up. That's really what we're looking forward to over the next month and a half or so, July and August. We'll have the Royals going down the home stretch, or beginning the home stretch, I guess we should say. It's the second half of the season. They only
Yep.
have 70 games or so left.
The second half.
The second half, the truncated second half. Uh, and yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Anything else you're looking forward to over the next couple of months, Dr. Scaff?
Um, no, nothing at all. Nope.
Nothing at all.
Just baseball. Yeah.
Baseball and football ramping up
And mostly baseball. I usually stick with just trying to stay interested in mostly just baseball until
until
the
the Royals
Royals
are.
are either eliminated or that's kind of where the season sort of ends for me, and I'll switch to football. That's usually my mentality, at least with it. So
Okay. Well,
I don't know.
on the Power Hour, we'll have to cover everything, so
We
we
do
won't
we do. It's a requirement here. So
require it.
I have to force myself to be interested in preseason football, which I don't usually care that much about, but
But you do care
personally,
about.
just
You do care
as a
about.
sports fan, it's not my primary interest this time of year.
Care about the idiotic decisions made by other teams to keep certain quarterbacks on their roster ahead of other better quarterbacks.
It's amusing, but
Yeah.
I'm more interested in the like very real implications of a current like active season though, rather than just speculation about a thing that hasn't happened yet.
Uh, that's
So
where
why don't we should talk more about our early NCAA tournament picks for next year.
well, it's never too early to have a bracket. You get into bracketology, as
Yeah, yeah.
or mock,
We
or maybe we should start our mock NFL drafts for
the
next year's.
2027 NFL draft. Not well, we're not thinking far enough out, Mike. We need to get out
Look
there
at high
early.
school. You look at the high school players right now, see who's
Yeah,
like. So
eighth graders.
basically treat the NFL draft like we do the Major League Baseball draft. Um,
Yeah,
so look at the various prep players, since I know they're
yeah.
really prepping for high level academic work um, in those prep schools that they all go to.
College minus. Is that something else? There should be a better term for it, though, right? That's just what it is. We're just
I think high
complaining
school.
about the term itself, prep
Yeah,
versus high school.
I don't like calling them prep because it's I guess it's one syllable, so it's shorter to say.
Yeah,
But but college is two syllables, so why does it matter? Why do you need a one syllable word for? You can just say high school, you know?
I seems fine, right? Yeah. I guess it also includes people who didn't go that like played for like AAU type or academies instead of
Yeah, but
pre-college, I
they still
guess.
went to call they still went to some sort of high school to play.
Yeah,
I don't. I guess the Royals technically drafted the guy from IMG Academy, which is, I guess, not really a normal high school, but it's I think you still get a diploma, I think.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
But
I don't know how that works. Yeah.
yeah,
Is it an actual high school also, or do they go to a regular school but then also play baseball for this like
I think
essentially like an AAU team?
I think it's an actual high school,
Yeah.
private athletic school in Bradenton, Florida, IMG Academy,
Mm.
a preparatory boarding school and sports training destination. Um, You can go from 6th to 12th grade. Uh, yeah, it was founded originally as the Nick Bollettieri Tennis Academy, 1978. IMG purchased the academy in 1987. Uh, and yeah, so it has tennis, football, soccer, baseball, basketball, lacrosse, cross country, and volleyball.
Well, that's a pretty big feather in the cap for the academy, though. If they get the number one draft pick in baseball, it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, yeah, they've had the baseball program. Yeah, they have IMG Academy has an academy baseball program year-round camps in addition to summer wood bat leagues. Uh, let's see how many. Uh, let's look at IMG Academy alumni in baseball. Famous. They did have the number one overall pick, Brady Aiken of the 2014 draft, who did not sign, and he was picked 17th in 2015. Um, Alfredo L. Escalera was selected by the Kansas City Royals in the 2012 MLB draft as the youngest player drafted in Major League history. Drafted out of high school in the eighth round um, in 2012, so he was only like 16 years old, I think.
9 years old.
Yeah. But there haven't been any great Jacob Nix, maybe Pastor Nicky. No real great players coming out of the baseball program, at least at this point. Um,
There were this year there were three players selected from IMG.
hmm,
Yeah, Tampa, uh, Dean Moss, who's an outfielder, another outfielder with the 56, no, the 67th pick in the
okay.
draft in the
Well,
the second round supplemental section.
hmm. Well, a lot
And
of
then
players who went to the
I forget who
professional
the guys.
training program have turned out to be very good baseball players from IMG. So before they didn't go to the high school, but the professional training program has Pedro Alvarez, Pat Burrell, Adam Dunn, Josh Hamilton, Joe Mauer, Andrew McCutcheon, Jamie Moyer, Gary Sheffield, Joey Votto, Vernon Wells, Ryan Zimmerman, Jose Ramirez. So they've had a lot of good players coming through that have at least trained there. Uh,
Hmm.
maybe they didn't have a baseball team. Maybe they didn't have a high school at that point or baseball team at that point. But anyway, so that's what we'll see that's what we have to look forward to is the discussion of how the Royals are continuing to do and how the Chiefs uh, are looking in the off season. And so that's anything else that we're looking forward to, Dr. Scaff? I think I asked you that just a second ago, but
Yeah, just one more quick thing on IMG though. They're the number one player that has made it to the majors from IMG in WAR is just a very recent player, James Wood from the Padres. I think he just recently made it to the majors
hmm,
from 2021 pick. But he's a 5.5 WAR player in his relatively short career.
James Wood. Okay.
James Wood, not James Woods, but
James
James Wood.
Woods, not the actor
Yes,
in the
right,
right wing
right.
gadabout.
Yeah, so he's up in the majors now with the Nationals. So, but he's a bit of a sensation right now. He's a 4.4 WAR this season, Mike,
Hmm,
through 95
pretty
games.
good.
Not
Also,
bad.
James Woods was also, of course, a short-lived Quickie Mart employee on in one episode of The Simpsons.
Yes, that's right. And they had a somewhat recurring character on Family Guy. Did you see
You know,
that?
I don't watch Family Guy that closely.
Or it is ridiculous.
Of the Seth MacFarlane shows, I would watch American Dad was my favorite of those.
Still running. that show. It's
American
still
Dad.
on.
It's still
Yeah,
on. Is Family Guy
as is
still on?
Family Guy. Yeah,
Cleveland show is Cleveland show still on?
no, yeah.
Is Cleveland back on Family Guy?
He has returned to the Family Guy episodes. Yes, so right. It was relatively short lived. I think it was only one season for
uh,
Cleveland show. I think,
or
but
Cleveland
yeah,
Draft.
yes, right.
The
Yeah.
Cleveland show was 4 seasons, 88 episodes.
Oh wow, that was longer than I thought it was. Yeah, I don't.
2009 to 2013.
Wow, I had no idea that it went on 4 seasons. Yeah,
I had no idea it ended 12 years ago.
yeah, yeah. Wow, yeah,
I didn't know American Dad was still going.
yeah. It's been on for a long
21
time.
seasons, 388 episodes of American Dad.
Yeah, yeah. American Dad it moved to cable though. I think it's on like TBS or something at this point,
Oh, okay.
something
Yeah,
like that.
on TBS. Yeah, Fox till 2014, TBS since then.
But how many seasons is that now?
21 seasons of American Dad.
The Family Guy is
Probably, I don't know what
more than
family.
that, right? It's probably like 28, 29 seasons, something like that.
Let's see.
Isn't that
Uh,
long? It can't be that long.
Family Guy has been since 1999, but it's 23, only 23 seasons for Family Guy. So 443
Oh,
episodes. So, but it had a break. There was a few years that Family Guy was not on.
oh.
So it was in 1999 through 2002, and then it came back in 2005 through.
Ah,
Uh,
I didn't remember that either, I guess.
but I remember the break. American Dad's been going on since 2005. So they both have been since 2005. Yeah, I prefer American Dad, I guess.
Yeah. Zanier stories, I guess.
Maybe
Less.
yeah, I think it's yeah. I like Roger. Uh,
Yeah.
I like the Smith family.
Yeah, it's pretty it is sort of zanier, I guess,
Stan,
is
I
the
like yeah. 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 Anyway. Well,
Roger though. That's your the fish character is that
that's
your
a
favorite?
Klaus is the fish, right? Klaus.
Klaus. Oh, no, Roger's the alien.
Roger's
Yeah,
the
that's right.
alien. He's the Paul Lind kind of alien,
Right. Right.
but I
All the
prefer.
different characters. Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer. I actually, Stan's my favorite actually. The
Yeah.
main character. His
Right.
the pompous, and Patrick Stewart was his boss.
Still is, I think.
Yeah,
I
I
think he's
mean,
still on there. Yeah. Which seems like an odd show for Patrick Stewart to be associated with that, doesn't it?
yes.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah. So
so
no,
I think
nothing else to look
yeah,
forward to, Mike.
yeah, that's what we have to look forward to. More discussions, more kind of rambling discussions that kind of end in odd places. And
Yeah.
we talked about American Dad and the Cleveland Show, which neither of us watched. I haven't watched. I didn't watch really any of them that religiously. But when I catch American Dad, I enjoy it. I'll say that much. Uh,
Are you keeping current with The Simpsons then? That was
no,
like
I haven't watched The
one of your favorite
Simpsons. I
shows for a long
haven't.
time.
When I watch The Simpsons, I like it, but I haven't watched. I haven't consistently watched The Simpsons probably since about season 14 or 15. So it's been
Whoa. Yeah, that's way back.
yeah, probably when I was out of college. Uh,
Now you haven't seen it since the Tracy Ullman show,
mhm.
right? They have a show now. That's what you're supposed to say, right? They got it their own show.
Yes. Did you see Tracy Ullman in Curb Your Enthusiasm? You haven't really
Wait,
watched Curb
yes,
Your Enthusiasm
I did. I didn't watch it from the beginning,
from the
but
beginning. Okay.
I didn't watch when it was first on. I think I started watching it like uh when like season 7 started, maybe somewhere in there. Like I
Oh, I see.
started it from the beginning and then caught up, and then the last like 3 seasons I've seen as they've aired. So I was not on board from the beginning, mostly because I
Yeah.
just didn't have HBO during that
Yeah,
time.
I
So
understand. Yeah, I still
yeah,
caught some of it. Yeah, but it's a good
But
show.
but the Tracy Ullman character was outstanding in the last couple seasons of Good Week English. She was she played the character so perfectly. It was beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, what's her name? The city councilwoman,
Right.
who Larry dated to try to get the law changed. Uh,
Right. But then can't he's like obligated to continue dating her, right? Because
yes.
he doesn't want to be viewed as having dated her just to
Mhm.
get that law changed.
Yes. Irma Ostrowski, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great character though.
Yes, he was a very good character. Irma Kostrowski, that's her name.
Yeah.
But yeah, good character. And yeah, so that was a good show,
Yeah.
also. But you know what else is a good show?
Mm.
Morning Trek Power Hour is an
No. Yeah.
excellent program. But like all good things, well, maybe not. Maybe not. They don't come to an end. Morning Trek Power Hour is well, we still have many, many more episodes to come. We've just added and added more episodes. So we'll at some point we might catch Family Guy or um, American Dad or those shows because we have approximately 52 episodes every year, whereas they only have 22 or so. So our one season, 1 year of our show is more than 2 seasons of the average.
That's
Uh,
right.
so, so we'll have a have you I don't know, have you counted all the episodes so far?
I have at one point, but I don't remember where we are at this point.
We got to be up at over 200, I would say, right? This is season.
Yeah, we're in season 5, but we didn't do full year. I think last year was the first year we did a full year. We actually
Hmm.
had 52 episodes. So uh
We had like 45 or 50, I think, in the other seasons.
yes. Yeah. So we have to be around, yeah, we have
250-ish.
to be around 200, don't we? Yeah, somewhere in there.
100 to 250, something like
We should,
that.
we're probably approaching 200 right now.
Yeah.
We'll have to check. We'll have to send it to the boys in the lab to figure
Where's
out.
our team of statisticians,
Right.
the Elias
Right.
Sports Bureau.
Right. Mm.
Well, we'll do that before next week's episode, perhaps if we remember.
Yes. Sure.
But if not, you can rest assured knowing that we have many, many more episodes of the One Trick Power to get to come. We have full that will be full of our hard-hitting, hair-splitting analysis here that we are so well known for. It's time to wrap up this week's episode. And as always, I am Dr. Michael Werman. He is Dr. Andrew Scaff. We are the One Trick Power Hour. Please like or subscribe to our podcast or our YouTube channel, which is available, of course, on YouTube. Our podcast is available on many different podcast delivery platforms, including your favorite one, most likely, unless you're weird.
Well, if
um,
they're listening to it, they probably found it somewhere.
you probably found it somewhere, yeah, or they some sort of ham radio device where they just intercepted it from some weird Soviet broadcast.
I think we could be being broadcast into space somewhere. Maybe someone very distant has been listening to us. Find out eventually.
We will find out eventually. It seems like we have a lot of Belgian listeners, didn't we, for at one point?
Of course, we're very popular in Belgium. And why wouldn't we be, Mike?
Groes Dank to all of our Belgian listeners. I think that's somewhat close to thank you in Flemish, I believe. Uh, Let me look it up real quick.
Which I wouldn't know. That I don't know.
Donkia, I guess we could say, or Donkule. Um,
It's
yeah,
similar to the German then.
yeah,
Danke, danke.
yeah. But anyway, well, thank you for listening and watching. And thank you for your patronage and viewership and listenership. We also wish you luck this weekend going forward as you if you decide to make bets on any of the upcoming games. The Royals are beginning their second half of the season after the All-Star break. The All-Star game, as we were rambling, has actually entered a tie. It's 6-6 in the top of the ninth inning with the American League batting. This game may go to extra innings. So the All-Star game was going to last longer than the War Trek Power Hour. So by the time you're done listening to this episode, you will know what the score of the All-Star game is because we won't be. We're not going to stay on the air forever because we have better. We need to hit the hay and get some rest and rejuvenate ourselves for next week's episode.
It
So
was Bobby Witt Jr. that scored the tying run.
very good. Royals are, yeah, they both
They've turned the corner here.
they both aided the cause of the National League and the American League in this
Yes.
uh, game.
There you go.
Yeah, Witt is 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs, 1 run scored. So
Wow.
yeah, they were down 6-4 going into the ninth inning. Now it's tied 6-6. Um,
Oh, so he must have
now,
driven in the fifth run then too, I guess, right? Yeah,
yes,
must have.
double had a double scoring Byron Buxton. So
Nice.
yeah, it looks like now it's the middle of the ninth. So if the National League doesn't win it here the ninth, are there bequeathed runners in the All-Star game in extra innings?
I don't know how they do all-star extra inning games. I assume it will be, yeah, bequeathed runners though. Your favorite.
Bequeathed, yes.
Or do they just call it? Because there's nothing, it doesn't really matter what happens, right? It's not a,
Yeah, I think when they tied, the people got upset, so I don't think they're going to.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they do now. So they've yeah, changed things so much because they don't like really save players back because they usually want to use everybody.
Yeah,
So yeah, I don't know what they'll do.
well,
Coin toss, home run derby,
well, our
runners on
viewers
all the bases.
on Thursday will know exactly what they did, as will we.
Right.
But unfortunately, it's time to say goodbye, and we wish you the best of luck in your betting, as long as your interests do not conflict with ours this weekend, which we don't really have any interests this weekend. So feel free to bet your heart's desire, and we wish you uh, a good day.